Cancer is the origin of my pain.
I've always heard about cancer, and I never actually thought that I would be associated with cancer. I always thought it was other people.
When I was 31, I noticed cancer.
My brother-in-law, he was started off like little stomach, throat, discomfort. He was living in England at the time. He lives in living in Bracken in London, and visited the hospital, revealed that he had cancer of the esophagus.
So I remember walking into the mammogram machine, and the lady looked and she said, "Oh, we see something." And I said, "Well, that's the whole reason I'm getting this test." And at the end of the examination, it came back that there was a lump.
It was so hard to believe. I was so devastated. I could still remember that day, I couldn't believe it. It was just all in tears because I just imagined that how can cancer, where did it come from, where, the pains. I was just looking at it like, okay, I'm finished, I'm gone, I'm dead.
I lost a friend to cancer, cervical cancer precisely. It was really painful, and what made it more painful is the fact that I believe it's a preventable death. She died at the age of 35. If only she had told us she had some discharge untreated when she was like maybe 25, probably we would have been able to prevent that death. Why did I say so? She's had this discharge for a long time. She just felt it was one of those, they call it toilet disease infection. That was what she told me.
When it was detected, I felt as if this world has come to an end in my own side.
There are moments when you just tell someone, this is what is going on, this is what I have, and they just feel like, oh, she's just going to die. Well, don't come close, we don't have to. It's a serious stigma at times.
While I was a patient in Turkish hospital in Abuja, there were women that came in, but it was too late. They were rich women. But because cancer is still stigmatized, the women hid it, maybe from their husbands, so that by the time they came to the hospital, it was too late.
I watched my father develop cancer for almost a year and died. My mom also developed cancer and died.
This is going to make me cry now because I don't think anyone should go through this kind of pains. Serious pains that at night you'll be unable to sleep. You'll begin to think. I don't even know. That serious pains, especially when you're having modest swollenness on the body, and or you have a large spleen, massive spleen, and it has caused me a lot of pains, especially like I can't even hear with this left ear.
The way the thing comes up, it looks spiritual. Because I was washing my toilet, that is cleaning the toilet. While cleaning the toilet, I discovered an object immediately rolling reddish like this, and it was rolling. I stood up.
A lot of people are dying out there in the villages, not knowing what killed them. Most of them say it was actually caused by witchcraft, because they keep transfusing, they will transfuse and the blood will dry up. I've got all the things, say somebody is sucking up the blood.
I'll say it's ignorance. It's ignorance, because if it's a condition that has been with man for a very long time, history has it that the first reported cancer case in human is like some 2,700 years ago.
If you were a cancer patient and you have lost all hope, know that cancer is not a death sentence. It is the beginning of your second life.
Cancer is a rich sickness. It is a very expensive sickness to treat.
Let me tell you the journey of the drug called Herceptin that I take. There was a time when the drug was 1.7. There was a time when the drugs was 1.2, right? If you have to take it every 3 weeks, very few people can afford that.
They're expensive quite all right, because the process of manufacturing them is really, really stringent.
The thing about cancer, sometimes money really can't solve anything.
I never for a moment felt that I was going to die from cancer, because the mind is more powerful than the body. So I kept on thinking, you know, there's nothing happening to me. I'm just resting.
We keep saying the key is early detection. If detected early and patient is assured of a cure, of course, it's more relaxed. So what's next is, what must I do to survive?
So now I'm going into my 5th year anniversary of being a survivor at a stage 4. So when I tell people, they're so amazed. But I think a lot of it has to do with the individual. There's some women that I meet in Nigeria, and when I tell them I'm a cancer survivor, they go, "Oh, we're sorry." And I said, "You don't have to be sorry. It's a good thing." My first message is, when you discover you have cancer, what are you doing at that particular time? I mean, I'm living better than I have ever lived before. And that is because of the awesome power of Jehovah, our God.